This is your 7-day warning about Mastery loadouts being free. Let's get into it. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mastery loadouts being free is coming to an end. This is something that I think a lot of you need to be very wary of and just make that assessment on, like, is your Mastery in the right place with your 3 Masteries? As you can see, the particular message on the forums at the moment, as well as you've probably seen in game, is due to related blah 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 release of Mastery loadouts, yada yada. The free swap period will be extended. The new end date will be May 1st. So of course May 1st will be next Wednesday, but of course we're saying 7 days now because look, it's important to get that time frame in to get it sorted. You want to get your Masteries in a place that you are happy with. The Kabam have put out a really decent little, I'm going to put a link to it in the description, but this was something that Kabam put out, Masteries showcase. There's, I think, a whole load of content creators that have put together different Mastery setups and what they use. Of course, I'm not in there. That's just because I'm really busy at the moment until about, I think it's the end of May, and then it quietens down. Then I can come back to probably getting stuff done. But I've done my Mastery guide already. I'll put a link to that in the description down below. But I did a video, I think it was when the Mastery loadouts were released. So you may have seen it, you may have not. But everyone's got their Mastery, information and build with that. So at least gives you an opportunity to see what other people are putting together, favorite Masteries, and from all walks of life of members of the community, which is fantastic to see. But of course, there's more. There's more. You need to really get an idea and understanding. We are, to be honest, I'd love Kabam to turn around and say, we're going to not put any cost with Mastery switches. There's going to be free swap. I'd love them to continue it, mainly because it's just like fun and efficient. I'm at a stage where my Mastery builds are not just there yet. Now, I do have time. And the reason I'm doing this video is to remind people. It's also a good reminder for myself to kind of get prepared to make decisions. When you have to do the switches of the Masteries, which, again, it's down to personal preference, you, of course, we've got in the bottom left-hand corner the different types you set up. Now, my Masteries are a little bit wrong at the moment. My Arena and Suicide Masteries setup is fine. I'm happy with it as it is, and it's meant to be a switch to then go and spend a length of time farming. Of course, at the moment, I don't have any extra time just yet, but when I do in May, when I return back from all the stuff that I'm doing, then I can get on with farming some extra Arena, and that'll be fine. The reason I mention this is that it will cost you 30, I think is it 35 units it costs you? I'll go with 35 units. And one thing I'll be doing for a video after May 1st is how to mitigate that loss. You will lose 35 units every time you do this. Set active. You've just lost 35 units. Oh, I need to switch my Masteries back because I'm going to be running something different in Alliance Wars. By the way, that's not my Alliance Wars defense default. There's reasons for it. But in any case, I want to switch back to that. That's just cost me 35 units. So in that particular less than 30 seconds, I've just lost 70 units. Again, let that thing sink in, but also be sure about the setup. Setting up your Masteries is going to be such an important factor to the future. So whether or not you're like, okay, well, this is my Alliance Wars default Mastery setup. Okay, good. That's that. That's my current default. It may change. But this is the thing. This is, again, why I'm making a video. It's a reminder to yourself to go, what do I want to achieve with these Masteries? I want to have a strong, like, Alliance Wars defense one and have the thing ticked right there, the box. I want to have a farming Mastery / maybe something else that is more of my questing format. The general one may be something that's all about beneficial of the strongest defenders, Alliance Wars defenders, which a lot of people are doing at the moment, actually. Very meta to do that. And the final one may be a special mastery that you want to set up for whatever reason. A lot of people do opt for setting up a certain mastery around something like Mystic Dispersion. And it's like, okay, well, I'll set up something that's got Mystic Dispersion as a key factor. Now, it does cost you those cores. And I would highly recommend, I strongly recommend a lot of people, as of now, just making sure before the expiry of the free swap to not go to your mastery, unless you're desperate of kind of spending units, but keep vigilant on the following. The loyalty store. You should have got a lot of loyalty compensation from the recent, things that went wrong with Alliance Wars. So keep vigilant on mastery cores in your loyalty store. Why? It is cheaper to buy it this way than spend units to get some of the cores. It makes sense. Like it just makes sense to kind of do that as a spending option. So be vigilant on that. And look, if you want to spend units, go and spend units. Like, who am I to kind of like judge how you play the game, what you want to play, blah, blah, blah. But if you are really keen on Mystic Dispersion, then make sure to kind of check out the loyalty store to grab the mastery cores, to then make that decision to set up your masteries before the free swap. So make sure to do that. Of course, from recovery at the moment, I think we can recover for free. Don't quote me on that one, but again, it's all about utilizing stuff as much as possible, just to make sure you're like looking and going, am I happy with this? Does this work? Does this setup work with this loadout? Why am I setting up the loadouts? And I think that's it. Yes, right now, if you want to grab units to unlock some of the masteries, you're going to have to do a bit of arena farming. Sorry to say, but maybe you could just get that sorted before next Wednesday and be ready to go, okay, this is a mastery setup I'm happy with, I could mess around with, thumbs up, and stuff like that. So yes, that is the video. It's just been a little reminder video. Hope you're having a lovely day on a Tuesday. This should be the second video that I'm posting. I'm going to get back to the things that I'm working on. And yeah, it's going to be a busy old time towards the end of the week. And especially towards the end of the month. But that's been a video. Appreciate you for the support. Means a lot. Really does. And I will see you in the next video. Check out some other content located on screen right now. And yeah, peace everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.